solo drum videos, it's unbelievable. Like he's awe-inspiring in terms of musicianship and just being a drummer.
Oh, there you go. I might have to give them a listen.
His band, his other band, Night Verses, is actually it's different, but it's cool. It's all instrumental, so there's no vocals. But the musicianship, like those guys all of them are exceptionally talented.
All right, so before we get into the generation random questions that I ask all my guests at the show, I just wanted to ask you one question before we wrap this topic up: is the one album that changed your life?
Fuck, there's so many. It's a good question though. One album that changed my life. I mean, I'm leaning towards saying Punk and Drublic because that was just what started me on that whole path that still influences my life to this day, you know? So if I think of another one while we're continuing the show and answering questions, I'll take back Punk and Drublic, but I would say Punk and Drublic for sure. Or Out Come the Wolves was also one of those albums. Rancid. But Punk and Drublic set me on a path that, you know, I'm still traversing today.
Ours by Funeral Friend was something that changed my life. It helped me through my life a lot. But I think if it was an album that changed my life, whereas I just got more in love with the band, and it's a bit later on their album, so I loved their stuff before it, but it was this album that I was just like I played on repeat, and that was Lagwagon's Live in a Dive Bar.
Yep.
Just the comedy and the way they talk to each other and everything. You're right. I think you used it as a Blink-182 reference, but it's like a Tasteless Gentleman show, but with music.
Yeah, Joey Cape is fucking hilarious. He's a really funny dude.
Yo, you want to fight, big bitch?
I went to go to the same venue I was mentioning earlier where I saw Face to Face, the Casbah, to see Joey do his solo acoustic stuff. And I was, again, man, the more I tell these stories, it makes me sound like a fucking alcoholic. But I was thoroughly inebriated, and I spent I was outside chatting with the dude for like 20 minutes, and I don't remember anything that we talked about. Nothing. But from what I remember, he was a great dude.
It's funny you should mention his acoustic set, because that's one of the jokes he makes when on live.
What about his acoustic set?
He's like, so we're gonna play an acoustic set, and everyone's like a bit quiet. He goes, "Is that okay?" Everyone's like, "Yeah." And then
dude, I've never seen in person. Well, I've met some NBA dudes, so I can't say that, but I've definitely never seen a white guy or dude in a band taller than their fucking guitar player.
The big bitch. Yeah, that's what he called
him. He's got to be over 6.5 feet tall. He's taller than Scoop.
Yeah, taller than Scoop.
Oh, he's taller than Scoop. He's probably not bigger than Scoop, but he's definitely taller than Scoop. He's a huge dude. And it's funny because whenever I'd go see Lagwagon play, he makes the guitar look like a fucking ukulele, dude. He's just so big. He's such a big bitch.
Oh, is that a White Claw?
No, it's energy. Dude, I'm fully addicted to caffeine.
So what?
Wait, I thought you guys have White Claws down under now.
October.
Really?
Yeah. We don't get White Claws until October in Australia.
I got to figure out a way to create some sort of revenue / get an import license to sell you guys some fucking White Claw and get it over there.
Well, that's I was trying to look at sending you guys a care package, but I've been told that, which I'm going to. I'm going to send you some Vegemite. I'm going to send you some Tim.
I do still have Vegemite that Jess brought when she came out here.
What do you think
I like Vegemite, but I could see.
Did she teach you how to do it properly on toast though? So it's like a thin,
yes, that's how she showed me how to do it. I think one thing that I always give her shit for is the fucking fairy bread. You guys and your fucking fairy bread.
Don't go fucking knocking fairy bread.
I'm not knocking it. I just think it's ridiculous. Look, I didn't know what it was. No, you listen, you big bitch. No, I didn't know what it was. Because I was like, I don't know, like we were talking, she and I were talking on the phone, and I was looking at a list of like traditional Aussie foods, and fairy bread came up, and I'm like, what the fuck? So of course I Google it, And I'm looking at the description, and my immediate thought was, this is like the shit that like your daughter would come to you one day and say, "Here, Daddy, I made you something." "Oh, what'd you make, sweetheart?" "I made you fairy bread." That's what I think of.
I'm pretty sure it was probably an Aussie dad that made fairy bread, and I
would guarantee
tell the
it.
story now. It was like he's probably got 100,000 out for something, like a cake was being done or something, and he's making a buttered. He's trying to make a sandwich for somebody, and he's spilt it over it and gone, "Oh, fuck!" Kind of dusted it off a bit and gone, "Hey, darling, I made you some fairy bread."
Yep.
And that's how it's come to be.
Nailed it to a T. That's exactly what I pictured when I heard that phrase.
And then he told all his mates, "Hey, man, if you put 100,000 on a fucking butter, give it to your kids. They fucking love it."
Wait, so you mentioned the fairy bread. We got off track there for a second, but you mentioned Vegemite, which I personally like, but I could see how most Americans. I mean, the smell is hard to get past. Like, it's pretty potent. It's pretty pungent. But it seems like it's relatively healthy. It's just loaded with a lot of salt. But I'm a big fan of eating relatively healthy food.
I explained it to somebody in America one day, and they're like, "Oh, what's it like? What's it taste like?" And it's like, well, it's if they put a yeast infection in a jar.
Yeah, that's accurate. If I were trying to not disgust them, I would say it might be something similar to like an olive tapenade. That's the closest thing I could possibly think of. But I prefer the phrase yeast infection in a jar. That's more fun for everyone.
And that's what we call the anal passage. A lot of Australians call it the anal passage as well. Or if you're gonna have anal sex, you're like, "Ooh, I'm gonna take Vegemite Valley."
Oh, Vegemite Valley, yeah. So that Vegemite Valley is slang for butthole.
Yeah, well, yeah, the anal sex. Yeah.
Do you guys have a slang for the front butt, or just the rear hole?
The map of Tassie.
Is that what you guys call it? Map of Tassie, like map of Tasmania?
Yeah, you've seen Tasmania, which is at the bottom of Australia. It's like shaped. It's like looks like it's shaped as a. You're just gonna bring it up now. Map of Tassie.
Well, I want to have something to reference. Well, I want to look at Tasmania. Oh yeah, it's got a V shape to it.
It's like, yeah, show us your map of Tassie, darling.
Yeah,
kind of like that.
By the way,
what's that thing smell like?
What that thing smell like? Was the show you went to, the Taste of Chaos, was that 2007 with Hughes, Rise Against, Aiden, Escape the Fate, The Bled, and Gallows?
Yep, that was the one I went to.
That's funny. That's funny. I don't know how did we end up talking about Vegemite? I mean, it makes sense since you're in Australia, but.
Well, yeah, I was saying I was going to send a care package.
Oh, care package. That's right. Yeah.
Coon cheese for Dom, although that might not be right to do in your current climate.
I don't know. In the current socio-political climate, I don't know. I don't even think you could refer to a raccoon as coon anymore in this day and age.
We've actually got cheese that's called coon cheese.
Yeah, I know. I have heard.
And I was going to send you Tim Tams. I was going to send you a bottle of Bundy rum, but apparently I'm not allowed to send alcohol to America. It's just a thing you guys have got that I'm not allowed to send alcohol to you guys.
I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah.
Like you could send food, but you're not allowed to send booze?
No booze at all. Yeah. It's weird. I've got to get a special license or a permit to do it.
What Lana brought over something
that you can bring it over, but shipping it, like sending it over in post, is different.
Yeah, no, she didn't bring booze. It was like Cheez-It crackers, but it was something else. It was like an Aussie version of it, and I can't remember. I think I still have them here. I might have. What's that?
Jats?
No, but what are they? Tim Tams?
Tim Tams.
Like yeah, she brought a bunch of those. I didn't eat one, but she brought a bunch of those.
So
and then,
what do you got to do with Tim Tams? You got to have a coffee, right?
Yep, that's what. Yep,
bite both ends and then drink the coffee through.
Yeah, drink the coffee through the. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Amazing.
We still have the weird Icelandic shit that Ice brought over. When I think Alex still has it. We haven't eaten it. I'm afraid.
You should just do like a show where you just like eat like things from all over the world, but weird shit from all over.
I mean,
get your reactions.
I'm absolutely a fan of doing shit like that because I personally think it's hilarious.
Oh, I do. I think it's hilarious to watch you guys.
Like even watching us just eat Vegemite on the show with Jess, I thought that was funny.
So I eat it. Well, I can eat it straight out of the jar with a spoon, like a big lump of it, and I like that. I can eat. I can do that, and I can eat it. But people look at me really weird and go,
I could do that easier with Vegemite than I could fucking mayonnaise. I don't know how people eat mayonnaise. No. Yes. Sorry. No. Yes, we do have Nutella. I've never tried Nutella.
So Nutella's a massive thing here as well.
Yeah.
And Nutella's
it's like fucking, it's chocolate. Sweet. It's like kind of like chocolate peanut butter, right?
It's just more like chocolate. It's like cocoa chocolate.
Okay. All right.
And you can get little things for it to take in your.
Sure. I can't believe I've never had Nutella.
All right, let's get into these random questions for you. And the first one that I always ask all my guests is toilet paper, over or under?
It's over. That's like a rule. That's ironclad. Over.
So over in what sense?
Okay, so like, let's say here's the roll. It's got to come off the top of the roll.
So just to give you a backstory on that question, I've asked that question every time I've had a show, and I get very different answers. So,
there is no other answer. It's over and above. That's the end. That's the end of that discussion. There is no other answer. If you say otherwise, you're a fucking communist.
Yeah, but the answer I get is they think it's how they wipe. Are they wiping over?
Wait, you mean that's what they think you're asking them?
And that's the answer they give me. So I think there's only been like 2 or 3 people who have actually given me the right answer, which is what you just given me.
You wipe your ass this way or like that? And is that what they're assuming?
And they get up and show me like that, and it's fucking hilarious.
Over. What weirds me out even more now that I'm thinking about this is that there are actually people in the world who wipe their ass like this.
Okay, I do.
Do you really?
Yeah, and I pick up the boys.
Hang on, I'm thinking.
I cup the boys. I move them.
No, you've got balls. You're gonna get shit balls. No, why would you wipe that way?
You don't wipe all the way to the balls. I mean, you wipe to clean.
But you risk getting shit balls if you go that direction.
But you're clean enough to not like have your balls with. That's why you move them. You don't wipe it. Like you get up and you.
I get it. I'm just saying.
You wipe.
I'm just ecstatic that I learned something new today that I did not learn and know before. I'm very happy about that. But no, I would for toilet paper over the roll coming off the top, butt wipe back.
Yeah. Like do you like stand up and do the back, or do you like hook a cheek onto the actual thing?
It's so funny that we're talking about how we wipe our asses because I don't really. Let me see. Okay, let's see. I'm down. I'm pooping. Yeah, I just lift a cheek, but I also have a bidet, so I don't have. I'll usually do a dab, just a dab.
A bidet's not a big thing here in Australia. Not everyone has one.
It's not a big thing here. No one has it here. I legitimately ordered it, as I've talked about on the Tasteless Gentleman, kind of as a joke. Because, I mean, you could go on Amazon. Although I did, from what Jess has told me, Amazon is not a big thing for you guys, which I did not know.
It's becoming massive now.
Yes, like but it hasn't. Yes. So here, Amazon, I mean, for me personally, I order everything on fucking Amazon, including toilet paper. But there was one on Amazon, and I read, I don't know, someone I know, or I read something on the interwebs that was talking about how great bidets are, and I'm like, you know what? I'm down to try anything once, you know? So why not get a bidet? So I went on Amazon, and I found one for like...
aren't you? You'll try anything once?
Yeah, exactly. And it was like $20. I figured, fuck it. What's the worst that happens? If I hate it, then I'll just not use it. I don't use it all the time, but I will say that it's a wonderful little invention. It really is.
So follow-up question, because Scoop and Crazy.
That was a good question. For as basic as it seems, that's a good question.
Follow-up question: are you a scrunch or folder?
Wait, say that again?
Do you scrunch or fold the toilet paper when you bring it off?
I'm kind of both. Like I just get it to where it.
Yes.
there's enough in my hand to where I'm not going to risk getting poo fingers, you know? So